Holy fudge balls. I try not to swear in my videos, but
I'm here with the Levante GTS. The big deal is this is the twin-turbo engine from the Ferrari, very similar to the one in the California Turbo, Portofino, 488, etc., which is a kind of a big deal, as we'll talk about in the drive review. Coming around to the side, I like this style of this SUV. This color is kind of a conservative choice, but it actually doesn't look bad. It shows off some of the lines very well. I think this is an attractive SUV. All the backs of these SUVs are kind of generic. It's just the way you're working with a similar shape profile. You can only do so much. But I think it's a good looking SUV. Whenever I see these, they stand out. They catch people's attention. It's especially with these big wheels on this one. It's definitely the SUV for someone who wants something a little bit different. These don't look functional. It's hard to tell if in there. I don't think they are, but they look nice. And overall, it's got a nice profile and very sleek and aggressive looking SUV for the most. Checking out the belly of that beast, there she is. I mean, that's really what I would say what you're buying this SUV for. It looks nice, sure. It has a pretty nice interior, yeah. But that engine, as we'll talk about later, is just insane. You get 550 horsepower in this one, 590 horsepower. I imagine with a very even light stage 1 tune, this is like a 600 horsepower SUV. Sorry, AMG. I think that I would take this over any AMG, at least for engine-wise. As good as they are, this is just a pretty insane engine. Storage area is pretty big back here too, which was kind of impressive. You get a Maserati toolkit there. You get some, rails for stuff. A little extra storage under here was nice. Just a good, SUV. Ski pass through, of course. The seats fold down. All those things. I always like when those little rails are there. They're very handy and convenient. Let's see what's in this toolkit here, though. Because it's intriguing to me. Okay, all the standard Italian tools you'd expect. A little Maserati ice scraper. That's pretty nice, actually. And then even a little Maserati flashlight. It looks like one I got from Target, but it's from Maserati, and it cranks, so it's not going to go dead, which is pretty cool, actually. You can crank it to charge the battery. But yeah, nice SUV back there. And then, of course, power folding lift gate. Interior, it is very nice and very luxurious. This model has like a carbon fiber weave in here. You have to see it in person and feel it to really understand. This center screen here is really nice, really informative. Nice interface there. Like some of this switchgear could be nicer, but I think it's a very high quality plastic. I would, be nitpicking. If I said it says a 3D sound system, so you get like the speakers up there. This is all Alcantara up there, and then of course, as you can see, the leather stitching on the dash. These seats are so nice and so comfortable. And then they have like the multi-surface there. This console is nice how it's split here. Coming around to the back, you still feel very good. Lots of leg room on this guy, which for SUVs is important. Check out these seats and the leather. The leather is very high quality, very soft, very nice. You get vents, you get like your own quad zone climate control. You can get on here, and then this is hidden, very classy. The dual USB chargers. And in the back, I always love when SUVs and cars are as nice in back as they are up front. You can like lock the doors, unlock the doors, get your heated seats, everything like that. Maybe someone could definitely correct me if I'm wrong. It has ambient lighting. That's kind of nice. It's not the deepest in the world. I don't think this comes out and goes any deeper, but the nice thing is you have like storage in your doors. You have this here. You have a nice big glove box, and then of course you have this here where you can actually put a lot of stuff in. There's a USB. It looks like an SD card you can stick in there. All of that, and of course you have this just beautiful carbon. It's like a carbon weave. It's truly incredible. So this screen is cool. You can like adjust your ride height, get all your info here. All the autonomy stuff. That cool little Maserati clock. I'm gonna guess these are like little vents you can like open and close. Yeah, up here. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen that in a lot of cars. Oh, what's the Maserati button do? Drive modes, there is off-road mode, so you can do some light off-roading.
an ice mode, which is nice if you live in an icy, snowy place. A sport mode, which we'll go ahead and engage sport mode. And then, of course, you can change the sport suspension. So we'll do that as well. Speaking of that sport suspension, just driving over here, we're in like regular mode. It's a very comfortable, like luxurious SUV, as just like I'm sure the regular Levante is. These compete well with like a Mercedes or you know, something else in that class. The V8 in this one though just makes all the difference. It sounds so good. I mean, even the V6 is, or even like take a 4-cylinder like a Fiat 500 Abarth, those sound amazing. The Italians can make anything sound good. And this V8 in here is just, I don't know if you can hear these rumbles. I hope so. Aero 1 ride height achieved. That's interesting. So yeah, would this be easy to live with every day? Yeah, it's very comfortable, very luxurious inside. The weather is cooperated with us enough it's dried out a little bit, so now we can get it out on the road and actually see if, hey, do you want to like spend the money to upgrade to the GTS over the regular? It's amazing. I wonder if there's like a sport exhaust option. Something about the way an Italian vehicle sounds. Yeah, giving it some beans here. Crap. The all-wheel drive system is really good on here. If I had been like in a rear-wheel drive car. Alright, getting around on the road now. Very quick transmission, very good shifting. These paddles are just insanely nice. They're large, they're clunky. I mean, I've said the same thing about the Alfa. God, that seat's hot. Same thing about the Alfa Romeo. Actually, I have a opportunity to take a turn a little bit quickly here. Got it? And let's see how this goes. This thing is competent, stable, and planted, which saying that about an SUV sounds weird. Saying that about a big luxury kind of SUV sounds even weirder, but it actually drives very, very well. And the extra power in this thing is really impressive. I really like the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. I don't think there's a lot of crossover. I'm sure this is more crossover, like cross-shopping AMG. Let me know in the comments what, you know, what else you would consider like similar to this. But this is just, the interior's nicer than the Alfa a little bit. So the Alfa is more like, you know, I want the absolute sportiest experience possible. This is like, thank you. This is like, I want a luxury experience, but also to have some fun. Brakes are incredibly good. Steering is great. The sounds are great. So at the end of the day, would I buy this SUV with my own money? But when compared up against the competitors, it's, you know, it's nice inside, it's luxurious, it's fast. It's a little bit more special and different than just going out and getting an X5 or, you know, an AMG or anything like that, any of the like German competitors. So yeah, this would actually be on my short list, especially if you like the style. Italian cars in the past have been like, if they drove as good as they looked, it'd be worth buying. This one does actually drive as good as it looks. So definitely one of my top SUVs of the year and ever. All right, now let's take it around some curves as much as we can in this rain. Test out whether the GTS, and then there's the Trofeo, I believe, above it, is actually worth the upgrade. Holy fudge balls. I try not to swear in my videos, but I almost slipped up there. Wow. Oh my gosh, it feels like a race car just raised. That's, okay, I'm gonna really get on it here in the straight. Wow. That is just amazing. I'm gonna try from a light up here to do like a kind of like a dig situation. Obviously, I'm not gonna like do it for a 0 to 60 time, but I just want to see how it is off the line being like a turbo engine. Wow. Wow. I think that says it all. Well, next time, my speedy racers, drive on.